You're not, like, when you're doing this, though, because you're literally going right near the top guy, like, allegedly the most wanted guy in the world. You're not, like, a little scared? I know you got a fixer in there. I know you got some security, but, like...
I was scared. I was uneasy. Let's put it that way. I was uneasy. And the Sinaloa in Spanish is fucking crazy. It's so ghetto. It's so fucking country. It's like, it would be like if somebody who learned English as a second language in Britain, really proper English, went to the bayous of Mississippi and tried to understand what those motherfuckers are saying. Like, it's deep. And now I know Mexican Spanish better now, so I could get by a little better, but that always makes me uneasy. You're at their mercy.
Yes.
Anytime I'm at someone's mercy, I get a little uneasy, you know?
Yeah.
It's the same way when I'm on a flight. I'm a little uneasy because I have no control. So, but look, those guys they're chilling. They don't want you dead.
You seem like there's a piece of you, though, that lives for that a little bit. That action, that touching the fucking coffee long enough before it's hot just to know what it feels like.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just like to just open a vein just a little bit.
Oh. What's that feel like?
Yeah, it is pretty fucking, I am gonna miss that if I stop doing this show. That's why, I want to incorporate that into moving on. Like, I don't want to stop talking about cartels, and I want to do topical shit because people are interested in this. I don't need to talk to Italian mob guys from the 80s anymore, but like, this shit is like ever evolving.
I can hook you up with a few.
No, I'm good. I've talked to, I don't need to, I don't want to feel the wrath of John Shea. Yeah, dude. But isn't that wild? Like, how deep the politics of Mexican cartel go. They're their own government, man. They are politicians, dude.
I'm a dude in a podcast studio. I can't even fathom it. I've never been. I don't, I live vicariously through some secondhand content I get from guys like you who actually understand what's going on, but that is far from the same thing.
Try to. You know, I've got a better understanding, but I mean, it's very deep, and it's you pull back the layers little by little. But if I can keep doing these stories, though, if I can keep getting on like that kid who we interviewed, when does this come out?
Probably like 3 weeks or so.
All right, it might be out on our channel. We are going to release this video in Spanish of this interview I did with this kid. He was 17 years old when he, saw a recruitment video from the Halisco New Generation Cartel. He went and joined up with them. They take him to this. He's forced to kill people, blow people away. Like he said, these government guns were so big, he blew a guy's head off in training. So you imagine what it's done to this guy's brain already, right?
Yeah.
He's driving. He's in a cartel tank, fighting, shooting at the Mayos, the Sinaloa cartel in Zacatecas. He's witnessing.
And he's like 16 when he's doing this.
Yeah, I think he's like 17 or 18. I can't remember.
When he's doing that.
When he's doing that. Yeah, this was a couple of years ago.
Still. A kid.
Yeah, and so he's lucky he got out alive. He was cool with his commander, and he was like, this isn't for me.
His commander?
Yeah, of course they have commanders, bro. This is a military we're talking about. This is my point. The reason that, and this is a good way to bring it home, the reason that Halisco, the Halisco New Generation Cartel, they have their shit together. Like they're doing, when we're with these Sinaloan guys, they're all sniffing coke. They're all smoking weed. They're all just nonstop Tecate lights. That's what they drink down there. Jalisco?
All business.
Bro, all business. They're testing the DNA under your fingernails to make sure there's no drugs in your system.
And that's why.
Like they're going to last longer than people think. They're going to be around a while. With that kind of discipline, that kind of money behind them, and that kind of ability to adapt to like, now we're going to blend in a little more. Like there are certain places where we're going to make war, but we're in the cities now. We are going to work for the people. We were in this little town by the ranch we went to. All the roads paved by them. The dirt roads in Mexico where the World Cup is coming.
Yeah.
And people were living with dirt roads because the government wouldn't do anything. They're like, oh, we got you, bro.
Yeah. Do you think 20 years from now we're going to be sitting here possibly in a world where the cartels have 50% of the power they have now?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that's about 50, so they've lost about half their power. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
What makes you say that?
20 years? Okay, so this is my prediction. This is fun. This is just going to be, take it for what it is. I think America in 20 years will finally have to face a sovereign debt crisis. And so just our standard of living will be rocked by it. People that are sitting on cash will lose big time. So I think a lot of people are going to move to Mexico. So anytime gringos move to Mexico, that means that they have to shape up.
Safety measures.
Exactly. So you see it everywhere now. And Tijuana is the best example. Like cartels can't operate like they did even in 2008. So I think that's going to happen. And I think a ton of foreign investment. There's so much upside in Mexico. So much underdevelopment that people can get in on, right? It's like the fucking early 70s in New York City. Imagine that. Like, it looked like shit. The city was almost bankrupt. It was run down.
70s was bad.
But forward-thinking people, Trump, that's how he made his fortune, right?
Sure.
Was buying buildings up like that. So I think more and more, Chinese investment is going to be huge.
Well, that was the last thing I wanted to ask you about too, the Chinese thing. How? Because you said this earlier, and this is sticking in my head. You said a lot of people that I may have had on here talking about this outside of Ed Calderon, they may not know what he knows or be on that level. I hear a lot of people, including people that aren't covering the cartels, but maybe come at it from the special forces angle or personal experience. They talk about the funnel of China through Mexico. Yeah. How real is that? Like, I mean, it seems real to me, but
Well, outside of the fentanyl precursors that they're shipping there?
Well, you can talk about that too. Well, I mean, that seems real as fuck.
Outwardly, China says they're cracking down on it. China says they're cracking down on it, so we can't believe them, obviously, right? You can't even really believe the Mexican government. But fuck all that. Who cares about fentanyl? Drugs are like a sliver of the money that's out there, bro. I'm talking about the land bridge that's going to be like way bigger than the Panama Canal. It's going to run through the Pacific side of Mexico. I think it's Oaxaca. You could look this up, or Chiapas state. One of the states towards the very bottom, and it's going to connect the Pacific side through Veracruz, I think, which is the Caribbean side.
China?
What?
Is this being built by China?
Well,
by them?
there's definitely money behind it for sure. What is it called? It's a really shitty name. They got to make the name cooler. Pacific, Mexico. Just say the port they're going to build between. Can't remember what it's called. Basically, Mexico's Panama Canal. You could just call it that.
Okay.
Mexico's Panama Canal.
Story, I feel like, on this.
It's a real shit name. They got to make it better. There we go. Mexico's developing a new trade route called the Isthmus of Tehuantepec Interoceanic Corridor that aims to compete with the Panama Canal. So it's going to connect the Pacific side of Mexico to the Caribbean.
186-mile route.
Yeah, and it's going to be, dude, think about how much time ships are going to be able to save. They don't have to go down to Panama. They can go through Mexico. That is going to fucking catapult them. And it might take a while. They got a lot of shit they got to clean up, but they're going to build it eventually. So in 20 years, that could be built, and it's going to make Mexico one of the most powerful countries in the world, I think, with all that money.
So is the implication there that outside investment with stuff like China won't be as necessary when they can be self-sustainable?
Well, it depends on how much money is behind that, though. Because if there's a lot of people that are going to be chomping at the bit trying to invest in that. China's already doing that in Lima, Peru. Look this up. The Chinese already have money in this huge port in Lima. Lima is going to come up, dude. Like the global south, I do believe in it. Like
Lima's fucking huge.
Lima's huge, and
it's like 11 million people that live there.
Yeah. Have you been?
I landed there.
Okay.
I went to the Amazon when Paul Rosalie decided to go through there, and I was looking it up when I got there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is huge.
Yeah. So imagine that port, $1.3 billion, the Chancay port. Peru's really, China's really got their mitts in Peru, but I think in Mexico too. I think this is all just indicative of the the unwinding of the American empire.
So you're focusing on the investment on all the other stuff, as you said, like the drugs are just a sliver. But it does seem fair to say to me the evidence looks good on two things: that A, China is using Mexico as a jumping ground to send people illegally into the United States, for sure, and B, there is some sort of reverse opium war going on that's being emanated from their country.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, I'm good with all that. But the question is, where will the cartels be in 20 years? Will they have lost half their power? So with all that said, with the port that's coming, with the impending gringo migration that's coming, all of that, and just their development, right? They're just one of the world's great countries. It's, yes, the money, the little guys will just be killed off by the government. We can't have you act like this anymore. Just like, the Arab investment in Gaza, all those groups will start to go away. They'll have to be disarmed. That you're no longer necessary. Cartels will no longer be necessary in many ways. And the guys at the top, that money will just be absorbed. The people that have benefited from Mexican criminal organizations will just step on in and just become that much wealthier. And their children will be the senators and the politicians who get the contracts to build that massive motherfucking port, So it'll still be corrupt as shit, but I guess that's a cartel. But is that just like politics?
Or it goes the other way, and you have your Don Corleone moment where he's like, "I never wanted this for you, Michael.
Senator,
I thought you were Senator Corleone.
Senator Zambada." Congressman Zambada. Pop, another peasant Avante.
Johnny Mitchell, you are entertaining as fuck,
Thanks,
man.
buddy. That was fun, dude. How'd that go?
Dude,
I mean, went okay.
We tested the audio big time for the first time using it.
Yeah.
You get the volume going, but I'd rather that than the other way around.
Yeah,
so.
thank you, dude. Thank you. I hate a low-talking, low-energy guest.
You're not. There's nothing low energy
Step it
about you.
up.
Yeah, I agree. But
Can I give a plug?
Of course, I was just gonna say, where can everyone find you? Obviously, we're gonna have your YouTube channel linked down below. Everyone, check out the Connect. It's been around for a long time. It's a great show. But where else?
Thank you so much, buddy. The Connect. Go check the podcast out. Listen to us on Spotify. I love Spotify now. Yes, please sub to the YouTube channel.
You've been killing it on Spotify. I see you on the charts.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Spotify's dope. And you can watch us on Spotify, too.
Yep.
So do that. And then I would love it if you could just follow me on Instagram at I am Johnny Mitchell. I'm going to start doing a lot more. I'm going to start really going hard on comedy and so I run a show every Monday in Austin, Texas. That's where I live now. So check us out at the Vulcan.
Nice.
Vulcan Comedy Club. Every
when
Monday.
I get down there, I gotta come see that.
Oh, bro, we're gonna kick it, bro.
Yeah.
Please.
You
man.
also have the not the Connect on Instagram too, right?
Yeah, that's our podcast page, Not the Connect.
Right, so we'll link that too as well.
Yeah, we will not be a podcast for pretty soon. So you should go over there.
You are.
I'm just announcing, this is my Jay-Z moment. He said that in 2003. This is my last album. Watch, you're going to see me here 5 years from now, still doing the motherfucker.
John Mitchell, you're a fucking man, bro.
Appreciate you,
man.
man.
Had a good time. Everybody else, you know what it is. Give it a thought. Get back to me. Peace. Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.